Okay, it's been a while for me, but now I'm back to reviewing Sonichu. At the time I record this, I've been invested in Metal Gear lately, so that's kind of why I haven't been working on videos for a while. But now that I finished Guns of the Patriots, I'm never gonna be the same ever again, by the way. I'm back to Sonichu. Okay, so last issue we went over the Ancient Prophecy, but in issue 3, we get introduced to the Chaotic Combo. Like issue 2, we'll be going over the whole issue since it's pretty short. There's only 2 episodes, 3 if you count the sub-episode, but again, we're not getting to that until issue 4. So, back in issue 0, I didn't bother to read the character bios for the Chaotic Combo, but this time, when we read the section of the issue that introduces a member of the combo, I will read the bio of that character from issue 0 before we read that part. Also, just gotta say real quick, the Sonic X Shadow Generations video got 1K views at the time I'm recording this, so I'm pretty stoked about that. I haven't been doing YouTube for a year yet, so yeah, when I saw that, I was pretty happy. Anyway, I have my diet soda and some Randy Feltface clips to watch in between readings, so I can get through this. Let's begin reading Sonichu issue 3.
Ooh, Sonichu babies.
Alright, so new cover, and yeah, this one might be the funniest one so far. Not because of how it's drawn, but because of the characters' expressions. It's probably a me thing, but they just look like they don't want to be there at all. Like, Punchy, the red one, he looks like he's about to puke or stop himself from laughing. Oh yeah, and that other Sonichu right there in the top left corner. He appears in the sub-episode featured in this issue, but again, we won't get to that until issue 4. I know I'm saying that a lot, but yeah, issue 4 is going to be pretty fun. If you thought issue 2 was petty, well, issue 4 is like advanced petty. Episode 10, Sonichu Babies. Once upon a time, a powered-up hedgehog collided with the Pikachu, and a rainbow of Chaos Emerald energy stretched for miles across the land. From this rainbow, 5 mysterious eggs flew from it to locations around the region. Mysterious beams of light also shone from the rainbow, but that's another story or two. We actually do get a follow-up to that, but it won't be until issue 8. Without spoiling anything, I'm really not looking forward to issue 8. Anyway, one egg landed in a jungle, and it was found by a mother Venusaur and a father Scyther. Another egg landed by a beach, found by a mother Swampert. Another egg landed softly at a church stoop. It was found by a couple of nuns. Another egg landed in a dojo, occupied by young and old warriors. And the last egg landed in the mountains by its lonesome. See now how these eggs hatched and grew. See premiere issue number 0 for Sonichu's origin.
Cute intro, huh? Just so you know, here are the original Sonny and Rosie. Sonichu and Rosichu babies.
Gaga! Okay, real quick, how is it possible for there to be a baby version of Sonichu and Rosichu when they are both mutations of Pikachu and Raichu respectively? This isn't exactly a huge deal, but we never see Sonichu or Rosichu, specifically Sonichu and Rosichu Prime, the main ones, as babies once. Wild Sonichu, grass/electric. Wild was raised in a jungle by a Venusaur who taught him Razor Leaf, and a Scyther taught him how to access his speed and ninja skills. Okay, so I'm not gonna read the dialogue for this page because it's just the Pokemon speaking, which is their names of course, but this page is probably the best Sonichu page ever written. Keep in mind I said written, not drawn, because, you know, the art is still terrible, but here, Chris shows what's happening and doesn't use dialogue. We go from Wild hatching out of his egg, to a Venusaur teaching him how to use Vine Whip, to the Scyther showing him how to quote-unquote access his speed and ninja skills he apparently had before, all without any dialogue explaining what's happening. So yeah, it's a pretty good page. Well, for Sonichu that is. I mean, it's still poorly drawn, and the Sonny design, like a lot of people have pointed out with both Sonny and Rosie, are uncanny, but hey, props to Chris for showing and not telling. Eventually. And then it shows Wild evolving from a Sonny to a Sonichu. Oh yeah, here we go. Woohoo! I'm a hedgehog. not a spider monkey. And I'm pretty sure these panels are supposed to show Wild swinging from one tree to the next with Vine Whip or whatever it is. Time for some cocoa soup. Then Wild grabs a coconut with his vines, and then I think he's cutting down the tree? If that's what's happening, and I'm pretty sure it is because that looks like wood below him right there. I don't know why he would do that.
You think that's something? I can use my leafy tail as a propeller.
So, like Tails? Kind of odd that Chris has included Sonic and Amy in this comic, but not Tails, who is Sonic's right-hand man.
And I can run real quick.
I also blend in with any tree to get my jump.
I rule this jungle.
Bubbles Rosachu. Water/electric. Bubbles was raised by a mother Swampert who taught her to create tidal waves. Bubbles has a happy, positive personality, and she just loves to have fun. And just like with the first page for Wild, there's no dialogue here besides the Pokemon just saying their names. So here, I'm pretty sure the Swampert catches the egg that's floating in the water and brings it to shore, then Bubbles hatches, goes into the water, starts blowing bubbles, and the Swampert adopts Bubbles, I guess. They are just floating in the ocean one day when a whale jumps out of the water and drops a boulder on the Swamperts. I'm pretty sure whales can't grab boulders, Chris. Unless there's a science thing I'm missing with the whale and the boulder or whatever it's supposed to be, but I wouldn't expect Chris to be smart enough for that. Anyway, the boulder causes the Swampert to sink. Bubbles tries to rescue the Swampert, and then in that moment, she evolves into her Rosachu form.
Don't quit, Mama! I got you!
And then Bubbles uses Ice Beam to propel herself and the Swampert to the surface. I don't know how that works, but again, I'm not as much of a Pokemon fan as I am a Sonic fan, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that one.
Later.
Swampert?
How are you feeling, Mama?
Swampert.
I nearly lost you as you sank into the ocean, but I saved you. My Mama Swampert was excited after I rescued her. Now I freely swim in the ocean that is my backyard. I found many new friends in the future, but I'll never forget what Mama said. Stay strong and true to your heart, and you will prevail. I'm so happy. I think I'll make a seashell necklace.
This is pretty much what the episode is going to be. A single page of one of the combo's youth as a Sonny/Rosie, and then they evolve in the next page. The story for each may be different, but they're all structured the same way. Despite how much I praised Wild's part, they both feel pretty rushed, and I feel like I don't have a good grasp of Bubbles or Wild as characters. I recently read Gundam Wing Episode 0, which is a prequel manga to both Gundam Wing and its manga retelling, Glory of the Losers, which goes into the backstories of the 5 main Gundam pilots and Relina Peacecraft. The anime for Gundam Wing is criticized for not giving enough backstory or character development to the main boys, but when you read Episode 0, you get more of an understanding for why they are the way they are and why they chose to pilot a Gundam in the first place. Like with Wu Fei, for example, his motivation for participating in Operation Meteor is to get revenge on Oz, particularly Trieste Kushranada, for the death of his wife and the people of his colony. Episode 0 goes into more detail with this, with Wu Fei, despite not being able to see eye to eye with Mei Lan, his wife, both really did care about each other, but it wasn't until Mei Lan sacrificed herself in order to save Wu Fei when they both realized this. And it's Mei Lan's death that motivates Wu Fei to participate in Operation Zero and pilot the Shenlong Gundam. But with a chaotic combo, it's just, this is X as a child, X evolves. It's pretty formulaic, and normally I wouldn't have an issue with this, but the backstories feel shallow and rushed. It really feels like Chris didn't want to take his time to develop these characters and just wanted to get this done as soon as possible. Like, Chris, we couldn't get another panel or two that had a moment with Bubbles and Swamperts? But I guess expecting Chris to be good at character building or just writing in general is like expecting modern LucasArts to make a good Star Wars thing. Flying/electric. Angelica Rosachu. Angelica was raised in the church by nuns. Angelica is a believer, so she prays every night and day. She is usually at peace, especially while flying sky high. Angelica's egg has landed at the front entrance of some random church.
Sister, our Lord has blessed us with a young one from above. Yes, let's bring it in and offer our prayers upon its health.
Then Angelica hatches, and it shows her life in the church, from praying to reading a Bible, at least I think that's what's happening in that panel, and learning to fly with her wings.
Keep trying, my child. The Lord has blessed you with wings, so one day you will fly to angelic heights.
One night. Then Angelica evolves into her Rosichu form in her sleep, and Chris, peeking through the window, throws shoes and a scrunchie into her room.
Well, she was going to need those shoes and scrunchie. Sleep well, Angel.
Sure, the intention is Chris being a proud father or whatever, but even with that context, it's still pretty sus. Next morning.
And I just awoke anew.
Well, Angelica, I knew the Lord would have a grand plan for you. Yes, He gave you a great script to follow.
I am Angelica, humble servant to our law, zero earned. Having faith over time will reward you very well. So keep your head held up heights, and one day you shall be blessed with good health, true love, and pure happiness. Spread your wings of hope and fly.
And that was Angelica Rosichu. Moving on. Fighting / electric. Punchy Sonichu. Oh, I've been dreading this one. Punchy grew up in a dojo, where he perfected his punches. He is also full of random access humor. Okay, I don't want to go into too much detail about random access humor, but basically, it's usually nonsense brought up completely by random no matter the situation. A lot of times just ripping off jokes from shows Chris watches. Not every joke, but a good chunk of them. He lost his tail in a brutal fight. Nabe's Dojo Shin. Excellent, my students. You all make this Master GDW proud. Oh yeah, Punchy's egg is sitting right there next to Nabe, by the way. Now, we will perfect our chopping technique. You never know when you'll need to cut a movie. Now, get like this and... Nani? Master Nabe-san, your egg is shaking. Then Punchy hatches out of his egg and poses or whatever. Great, Excel, Poemi Saga! Oh yeah, there's also some Excel Saga references in this comic, but I can't exactly say anything about it because I haven't seen Excel Saga. But I guess it might be one of the next anime I watch so I can see how much Chris ripped off from it. Sonny! I'll accept your challenge. Because I, Maipo, calling myself Biyashiko, will not allow a grasshopper like you to hatch into my director's dojo shin so easily. Maipo, I am only your father in this. Stay in character.
Yeah, I'm the director of this anime, not Shinabe.
That doesn't matter. I will win this fight. And my opponent does not need this weak point. Yeah. Then Maipo, for some reason, rips off Punchy's tail, and the pain forces Punchy to evolve into his Sonichu form. Sky uppercut. Wow, you are strong. I know what Maipo did was wrong, but if you will let me, I can teach you how to center that power into much better, less painful looking style. Oh yeah, Maipo is not coming back, by the way.
I'm Punchy. Stack Ninja. I started under the GDW Shinabe, and I became the greatest
Fighter since Goku. Greatest fighter since Goku? Okay, bro.
I also learned to keep my temper down by watching TV comedies. Ha ha, they're so funny.
I really hope you guys enjoyed my terrible Meatwad impression. Okay, real talk, we need to talk about Punchy's design and why he's probably the worst design of the chaotic combo. The slanted eyes are obviously the biggest issue because, well, you know, it makes Punchy look like a racist stereotype of an Asian person, and it also doesn't help that Punchy is raised in a dojo with Asian stereotypes. But that's not the only issue with his design. And I don't really need to point to many because Punchy is straight up just Knuckles but with Pikachu ears, so why not just make him an electric echidna? Then again, I don't think Ken Penders would really like that. But anyway, he's got the same hairstyle, the white crescent symbol across his chest, the same shade of red, I think. I think the only things that are different about his design from Knuckles is the color of his shoes and the Pikachu ears. Honestly, even if Punchy didn't have those slanted eyes, he'd still be the worst design of the Chaotic Combo because he's just Knuckles with Pikachu ears. And not just in the Chaotic Combo, but Punchy really is one of Chris's laziest designs yet. Psychic/Electric. Magichan Sonichu. Uh-oh, here's the big one. Magichan raised himself in the mountains as he meditated and perfected his telekinetic powers. He tends to keep to himself a lot. If you didn't know what I meant before, oh, Magichan is going to be very important later on. At the mysterious mountain. It's cramped in here. Then Magichan hatches out of his egg. Wow, where am I? Am I alone? You are not alone. Who are you? Where are you? What is this place? I will be your mentor while you grow. I am telepathing with you from a grand city. You are in the cave northwest of here, where I temporarily resided. What do you want? I've noticed you had psychic abilities like me. I only wish to teach you how to use your powers properly. And when I have finished teaching you, you will go out into the world and seek your destiny. And so, for months, the mysterious mentor taught this Sani how to hone his powers, lift objects, mentally and physically, and what the outside world was like. The mentor also showed the young one images of popular movies, some featuring Jackie Chan, the latest pop/rock music, a few birthday parties for a treat, and the monuments, parks, and other grand locations from around the world. One day, while meditating, Magichan evolves. Oops.
Fart, lol.
2 weeks later, Magichan Sonichu, I have taught you everything I have to teach for now.
Master, will I ever meet you face to face?
Oh, you sure will, Magichan. We will meet in the future. But now go out into the... What? How the hell do you misspell the word the? Into the W world and seek your destiny.
Thank you, Master. I will not fail.
On top of the mountain. Teleport.
I predict success in my future, for I see other hedgehog Pokemon in great adventures. My destiny is just a teleport away. You wanna know who else is a teleport away?
Stay tuned for when these hedgehogs meet. Alright, that was Sonichu episode 10. It's the usual stuff that's bad with Sonichu from its terrible art and writing, but you know what? I like the fact that there's more characters being introduced since it gives me the opportunity to do different voices. I'm not exactly wanting to be a voice actor, but it's fun to do different voices. But yeah, the comic is still pretty bad. Each part of the episode played out kind of the same. A member of the combo hatches, they're raised by a parental figure, and then they evolve. Only one that feels any different is Punchy, since Punchy evolved shortly after he hatched, so he couldn't be raised by Nabe as a Sani. Also, I forgot to mention this at the start, but damn, the Sani and Rosie designs are just ugly. I really don't know if it's an art style thing or if the designs are really just that uncanny, but Chris tried to make them cute, but like everything else in this comic, failed at that. Anyway, let's move on to episode 11. And after episode 10, there's this ad for Chris's MySpace page. I don't feel like examining this image too much, but Sonichu is his only friend, not Rosichu, Kel, or anyone else he's on good terms with in this comic. And I say in this comic because, well, anyone with a surface level knowledge of Chris would know that comic Chris isn't exactly accurate to his real life counterpart. Episode 11, The Chaotic Combo in When Hedgehogs Meet. Hello, I am Flame the Sunbird. I am not a Pokemon, nor am I related to one. I am the protector of the legendary Master Sunstone. The Master Sunstone controls how everything in the world grows. As long as it remains on my island's monument, everything will grow like Norma. But if it was to fall into the wrong hands, everything would fall into chaos. Humans could grow extra body parts, or lose them. Trees would grow legs and walk the earth in anger. But I, Flame, make sure the Master Sunstone stays in place and together to ensure proper growth. That makes it very powerful. So yeah, there isn't just one ripoff of Knuckles, but two. One of them just looks like Kazooie. Funny thing is, Chris apparently didn't even intend to make Flame look like Kazooie, and I guess I can believe that because I never heard about him talk about Banjo-Kazooie. Also, don't get used to seeing Flame, because Chris barely uses him. Anyway, Flame is guarding the Master Sunstone like Knuckles does with the Master Emerald. Man, it gets lonely here, and I can use pants. Pants on the ground, pants on the ground. Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. So Black Sonichu is leaping out of a helicopter with a hoverboard on his back, and then there's a flashback. Let's go over. Oh, what the hell is that hand? Let's go over the mission once more, Black Sonichu. You'll swoop down onto the island, get the stone, and bring it to me.
I got it, boss. I won't fail you.
You'll use the hoverboard to glide over the ocean at top velocity. Be careful with the stone. I will use its power to make our Pokemon stronger by making them grow. With our big, strong Pokemon, I'll rule the world. Ha! 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 You got that? Whoosh. So Black Sonichu sneaks up behind Flame and grabs the Sunstone.
What's up, Doc?
Where do you think you're going with my stone?
None of your beeswax. See ya.
Then Black Sonichu runs away with the Sunstone, and Flame chases after him. Hey, you! Get back here with that Sunstone! And there's an obligatory map scope. Only thing worth pointing out here is that Bubbles is chilling at the beach. So Flame is chasing after Black Sonichu, and... Drillpeck? Chris, Flame already said he wasn't a Pokemon, and yet he's using a Pokemon move, so is he a Pokemon or not? Anyway, Black Sonichu uses Double Team to dodge Drillpeck, and the after images or whatever are literally just marker. I missed. Big red light.
Heh, heh.
Meanwhile,
It's so nice to just lie under the sun with the ocean at your feet.
then while Black Sonichu passes Bubbles, he creates a wave and it splashes Bubbles.
Splash! Hey, I didn't want a bath. Get back here.
Up ahead. And then in the jungle, Black Sonichu passes by Wild.
Whack!
Whoa, 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 whoa. Man, that hurt. That jerk ain't gonna get away for that. Father ahead. Then Punchy is training, I guess, and tosses a boulder in the air.
Smash!
Then a map scope, and the only thing worth pointing out here is that Angelica is at the church she grew up in. And I guess she's gardening? I don't know what's coming out of her wings that helps the flowers grow.
Calm and soothing for the ass. Gasp. Hey, are you okay?
I think so.
Thank the Lord.
Look, wow, pretty flowers.
Thank you. You should see them from above.
And then our heroes finally meet. Oh yeah, and Flame is there too. Oh man, more hedgehog Pokemon like myself. I can't believe it.
Wow, I'm not the only one around here. I wanted some friends, but I didn't expect this much.
Am I seeing triple? It's like being in the front house's blue room.
Bless sister. More hedgehog Pokemon.
Why isn't anyone speaking? Oh well, I'll break the ice. Hello, it's nice to meet you all. My name is Bubbles.
You can call me Punchy.
I'm delighted. My name is Angelica.
And I'm Wild. I was following this black guy. Oh, that is not a good sentence.
It seems my electric hedgehog group has just got together, but as they chatter away, Black Sonichu is getting away with Flame's Sunstone.
Then why don't you do something about it?
But fortunately, I foresee the original one crossing his path ahead and detaining him.
Oh yeah, I forgot Magichan's gimmick is spoiling the story of Sonichu, which would take away any tension from the story if there was any. I feel like there's a Xenoblade Chronicles joke here, but I can't think of anything.
I must meet my group and teleport them to the Black One's location. Say, okay, I'm off.
Bro thinks he's Silver the Hedgehog. Meanwhile, when I heard through the grapevine that Black Sonichu was stealing a powerful stone, I couldn't help but rush to intercept him and return it to where it came from.
Man, too many obstacles. I'll be glad to return to Giovanni's lair.
Then Sonichu spin dashes at Black Sonichu, tripping him off the hoverboard.
You!
I will not let you and Giovanni harness such power and ruin the peace of our world.
You will not stop us.
Back with the other hedgehogs. Shazam! Flame! Wild! Bubbles! Angelica! Punchy! I am Magic Hand Sonichu! While the five of you were chattering, Black Sonichu has gotten away with Tahi Sunstone. Currently, he was intercepted by the original. We must join him, take Bletchu down, and get the Sunstone back. Really? I thought you guys just needed to go to Menards to get gardening supplies.
Yeah!
Go electric hedgehogs.
Sock! Swipe!
Black Sonichu, give me the stone or I'll zap you.
You and what army?
What? My cavalry. Okay, I'm not gonna knock on Chris for misspelling cavalry because, not gonna lie, I'm guilty of that too. Hail! The gang's right here.
What the hey do I care? What the hey do I care? Lame. I'm still gonna take you all down one by one.
Huddle! Alright, no time for round intros, just call me Sonichu. No, but oh no, Chris, what is wrong with you? Avoid his attacks and attack him with your punches, kicks, wing attacks, that sort.
Whoa, gosh, we could, like, group up and
hit it till it dies!
Let's win this one for the bird and get the stone. Ready? Break! I fell into the bushes. I don't want to go over all these panels because they basically just gang up on Black Sonichu. Wait, what? What? Not oh no, it's on ho, what? And then what?
What the hell is this?
High score, 500,000 SCU. We did it! Black Sonichu is temporarily paralyzed. Grammar, Chris. And Flame got his sunstone. What are we now?
Winners!
Are you one out of two lonely males in the entire world? If you are, then call right now! And we'll send you a beautiful girlfriend free! But be careful, for if you call now, late or early, you will not get a girlfriend but a monkey, and you do not want a monkey. So call right now! 1-800 right now. This offer is valid only to 18 and older, girlfriend-free, virgin males. Background checks will be executed. Also, this ad is stupidly false. And then there's sub-episode 4, but again, we won't get to that until issue 4, which is going to be in our next Sonichu review. So, with that, we are now done with Sonichu issue 3. This was definitely the most fun I had recording a Sonichu video since I got to do more voices, but for the comic itself, yeah, this was definitely Sonichu. Sonichu Babies was formulaic and pretty boring for the most part, and when hedgehogs meet just felt like it was rushed so Sonichu could meet the chaotic combo. So yeah, that was Sonichu issue 3. This video definitely took a while, partly because my mental health has been a dumpster fire lately, on top of my allergies, which haven't helped either, but I just really don't like summer, so that's also why I've been kind of slow lately. But with the Sonic X Shadow Generations video performing better than my other videos so far, I definitely want to do more stuff that isn't Sonichu. I definitely want to make more Sonic content and maybe videos for some other franchises I love like Mobile Suit Gundam. So as much as I like making the Sonichu videos, I really want to do other things with this channel. But yeah, that's the end of this video. This has been Jade from Cynical Shark Clone Productions, signing out. I'm gonna go play some Minecraft.